Hi guys. Too funny, you guys. Look at my blue shirt, you guys. My blue shirt literally matches with the blue couch in back of me. I'm just saying I love it. We're actually poolside, you guys. We're not at our regular spot because if you live in Vegas, you already know. I don't think it's 100, maybe it's like 90 something. I'm already sweating. I've been outside for like less than 15 minutes. So I decided to come over here by the pool, and it has like a little covering over here, so it's just a little bit cooler. I know the lighting's not the best, but it is what it is. So welcome to Sit Down Sundays, you guys. What are we going to talk about first? We're going to talk about healthcare. We're just going to dive into it because as I was at the hospital the other day, the funny thing about it is I was talking to someone and I said, I'm going to do a YouTube video on that. She chuckled, I chuckled, and I kind of debated back and forth if I wanted to do it or not, but we're going to go for it because when I got my statement, I was just thoroughly disgusted, just saying. So in a nutshell, we're going to talk about healthcare. Healthcare, I am so very confused. All my life, let me tell you guys, all my life I've had a job, right? And up until recently, I had to use my health care. Otherwise, I've been very healthy. Never needed to, you did your normal checkups and whatnot, but I didn't have any like major surgeries until maybe a couple years ago or so. Nothing made, well, my first one was like a foot surgery. And then the second one, you guys know I had a hysterectomy and I filmed that. So I'm looking at all these statements and bills roll in, and I'm really just trying to figure out how health insurance works, you guys. And as I was at the hospital the other day, me and another lady chuckled, and I told her I was going to make this video, and she chuckled, I chuckled, but I really think I want to touch on healthcare, and is the healthcare system broken? And I really think it is, because here's the thing. Because I was ranting, because as I got my statement, I did not want to pay, and I'll just be honest with you, who wants to pay a bill? No one wants to pay a bill, but we have to do what we have to do. But I saw it, and I said, I don't want to pay this percentage right now. So they said, do you want to be put on a payment plan? Of course. So that's what I opted for. I did not want to shell out a bunch of money right then and there. So I sat there, and I'm talking and going back and forth at the hospital, and I got not confused, but one of the ladies there broke it down to me. There's a difference between, just in case you guys didn't know, because I got schooled a little bit, and that's what I like to ask questions and get answers. So there's a difference between Medicaid and Medicare. Medicaid and Medicare are two different things, which I think I kind of knew, but I just, as I was looking at my statement of how much money I was about to pay out for this surgery, I said, you know what, break it down to me. So let's talk about Medicare. Medicare is geared towards people basically that are my parents' age. So if you have worked all your life and you retired from your job, you get on Medicare. Medicaid, yes. Medicaid is for people that are on welfare. Now, I'm going to probably say a few things that might ruffle a few people's feathers. It is what it is, but I'm really thinking about it because I asked a blunt question while I was there at the hospital. I said, you know what? I want you to be honest with me. I said, so if I was on Medicaid, which I don't have a job, I possibly have children, because usually, and you can correct me down in the comments, you can sound off if you want to, Medicaid, if you have, children or whatnot. I said, you know what, I have a question. I said, I've worked all my life in that, I think I've been working since I was maybe 16, I'm 41 now, so for over 20 years I've been working, and for a big part of that 20 years plus, I've had two jobs, so I've always been a hustler, I always worked, made a living. And I said, if I was not to work and get on Medicaid, I want to make sure I'm saying it right, Medicaid, and had a couple of children, I said, if I was pregnant right now and I decided to give birth to a child, who would pay for that? And she looked at me and I looked at her and I said, I'm just asking for a friend. She said, basically, you the taxpayer. And I said, exactly. I said, let's go one step further. I said, so let me get this straight. So basically, if you are on assistance and you get injured or something happens to you, you want to give birth, you break your arm, whatever the case may be, you need a surgery, who pays for that? They say you do. And I said, so that's why when I look at my pay stub or my paycheck, the money that's coming out, it goes to people that basically do not work. Now, I'm not talking about you guys, and if drag me if you want to, or try to drag me. If you are have a disabled child, and or you're getting some kind of where you cannot work, you're elderly, something to that effect. But then when you're elderly, I think that falls under, but not always. That goes back to Medicare because you're older. But that I know, and I don't know all the logistics of it, but just in a nutshell, when I received that statement and the numbers that I saw in that just thoroughly disgusted me, because I'm like, I have to pay that, but it doesn't even seem like I have health insurance. And you think to yourself, okay, I've been healthy in my life up until this point, and then that one thing happens, maybe there's an accident, whatever the case may be, and you need your insurance, and there's that word deductible. So I think my deductible is $5,000, $8,000. I think it's $5,000 for the year. So how does this work, you guys? So explain this to me. I have to meet a deductible of $5,000 for the year to cover me 100%, if I'm not mistaken. Right now I have 80%, 20%. So my insurance pays 80%, and then I pay 20%. So let's just say if something costs me $1,000, right? My job will pay 80% and I pay 20%. That $1,000, so they're paying what, $800, I'm paying $200. But let's not get into the thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, or if someone has a stroke, a heart attack, something to that effect. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, wait a minute, why is everything so high? A simple procedure, or maybe even not so simple procedure, the cost is so enormous that my 20% still seems like, it seems like a couple mortgages, and or I don't know, you're buying a house or something to that effect. It's because basically, and like I said, sound off in the comments down below, that I'm paying for other people that do not have insurance. Plain and simple. And I'm really sounding off because I really had to think about it. And I always knew this because I work every day. So every time I look at my paycheck, you see all those deductions that are being pulled out of your check. But now that I'm starting to really look at it and seeing how high my bill is, and that virtually I've been healthy up until like maybe a couple years ago and whatnot, my health has slightly been on a decline. I'm like, wait a minute. So basically, if you really think about it, you're paying for people, and you know what, let me just be totally blunt. And I'm going to hurt some feelings, but it is what it is. I'm paying for the lazy people. I'm paying for the people that are not working. And once again, let me reiterate, because I know someone's going to have something to say. I'm not talking about the people that are disabled, the people that cannot. They have a certain ailment that causes them for 2 years to go down and they cannot. I'm talking about the people that don't want to work and that are abusing the system. Let me repeat that. I'm talking about the people that are lazy and that don't want to work, and they keep taking advantage of the system. For example, if you have 3 or 4 kids and there's nothing wrong with needing assistance, trust me, been there, done that, okay? If you need help, everybody needs help. But at one point, where does it get to where you're taking advantage, and or you're getting so comfortable you rely on a particular assistance or a check or food stamps or something to that effect every month, and you get so comfortable to where you're just good right there. You don't want to get out the box, better yourself, start a business, do whatever. I just can't, and I'm thoroughly disgusted. Now, of course, I'm all the lazy people out there that are taking advantage of the system. I'm not talking, my health issues have nothing to do with you being lazy or whatnot, but what I am saying is, as people are still abusing the system or taking advantage of the system, or they don't want to better themselves, it causes other people to pay for other people. Now, do I believe in helping people? Absolutely. Meaning, if there is, if somebody needs a little, not handout, but a hand up, no problem. But I really think the health system is really broken. You go to the doctor, you pay office visits. And I touched on this before, and I can't remember what video, maybe it was the EBT video, that basically you will be put, if you have one accident or one procedure or one surgery, it could literally put you in bankruptcy for the simple fact that it is so expensive to pay for a surgery. And maybe something, and here's another thing, I'm kind of very, this is sit down Sundays, I'm going to be all over the place and rambling. Now here's a funny thing. I told you this story maybe a couple videos back, how I went to another doctor and I was just getting a procedure done. Actually, it was just x-rays. And the person didn't have insurance, so she was paying cash. Now, if I was to get the same procedure, which I don't know because I didn't ask, but if I was to get the same procedure that I'm going to have very soon, I should say surgery, and had cash, it would be cheaper. How does that work? So you mean you're going to charge me this inflated price for this particular surgery? I'm still paying this much money out of pocket, but if I was to come in with cash, say, no, I don't have insurance, it'd be a lot cheaper. And then I found out doing a little bit of research that even if I was to come and say, no, I don't want to use my insurance, I want to pay cash, they still kind of force you to do your insurance. How does that system work? It's cheaper for me to pay out of pocket cash, to straight cash for the procedure, but you're going to force me to use my insurance to charge me more. Someone please help me understand. I don't know. I'm just saying. A little rant today. Now let's get to the solutions, you guys. I'm going to keep this one short. Usually I ramble for sit down Sundays for about 20 minutes. So this is what we're going to do. After I have my surgery, I've been planning this for actually a long time. This is a long time coming. I should have had this surgery over 8-9 months ago. Can you believe that? 8 or 9 months it took me to get to the point where I'm at right now, where I'm going to have this surgery. So the funny thing, not the funny thing about it, the thing I've been planning on is like, okay, we're going to do a whole reset of the body. I've always been pretty much healthy, you guys, meaning, so, I don't binge. I love, you guys know I've told you guys before, I love my butter, my bread, and my sugar, but I've been cutting a lot of that out. We don't really do soda in my house. We've been doing, thanks to my son, we've been doing it for over about a year now, maybe 6 months to a year. We've been doing a lot more water, like water for everything. Water, 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 water. No lie, I left this, you guys. I have water right here, you guys. Water, water, water. And I thank him for that, because he's like, no, don't get no juice, Mom, get water. So right after, and actually I've been preparing my body for the surgery because I want my healing process to go very smoothly and fast. So I don't have time. You guys know I'm always on the run. I'm always doing something. I don't have time to be sitting down. Of course, I'm going to let my body heal because I owe myself that. But I'm not going to be sitting around being lazy during my recovery time. So soon as I get out of the hospital, we're switching everything up. Actually, pretty much everything in the house is kind of switched up a little bit. But I'm going to go so... not raw, but I'm going to do a lot of fruits and vegetables. So my breakfast for the next 2 months or so are going to consist of literally smoothies in the morning. I love smoothies. I had one the other day. I made like 2 blenders full and just sucked them all down, but that's going to be my breakfast. So I want to shed some weight also, and I know by me being down for a little bit and eating much better and taking care of myself, that I'm going to be able to shed weight a lot. I don't want to lose a lot of weight. My son is so silly. He sees me filming. He's right behind. You guys can't even see him. He's in the gym. Right behind, there's the pool right here. There's the sitting area here. And then right below over here is the gym right behind us. And my son just pulled up to the window. I'm like, okay, off subject, but you guys know I ramble. So with that being said, I'm just going to take way better care of myself. I want to get back into juicing. I used to juice all the time. You guys ever hear of my dad? And my dad's in town, you guys. Big shout out to Daddy-O. Daddy-O always takes care of me. Love him for that. And let me tell you, my dad's 70 years old, and he is every bit of 70 years old. God, if you ever met me and you think I'm silly, you should meet my dad, and then you should meet my mom, and then you'll put it all together. But anyways, back on track. And I hope they don't come out here because I do not want to hear their house. Okay, so back on subject. So have you ever heard of a video called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead? Amazing. When it first came out, forgot the guy that made it. Sorry, guys. But literally, when I first saw it, it was so amazing to me. And it literally made me cry that just by simple, not simple, but simple, I guess you could say, vegetables and fruit, he juiced every day. And then he drove across country, I think from New York to down, I can't remember. He just drove across country And for 30 days, or was it 60 days? It might have been 60 days. I can't remember. He had nothing but fresh juice, and he literally lost a lot of weight. His skin, just the effects of it was just simply amazing. He was on, like, I think 12 to 17 different prescriptions, you guys, and that's a whole nother thing. I don't even believe in taking medicine, you guys. I do a lot of herbs and whatnot, but whenever I go in the hospital, like last time I was in the hospital, and I actually filmed it when I had my hysterectomy, I literally allowed them to give me whatever they gave me for the pain twice. I have a very high tolerance of pain, but I took it twice, and that was it. I just refused to take those kind of prescriptions, because you can get hooked, and it's not good for your body. So with that being said, that video was just so amazing, and I think I'm going to have to get back to my juicing, because I just want to slim down. Now you guys are going to follow me in this journey, because once I have this surgery, and I'll just tell you guys, my surgery is actually on Tuesday, so I'm filming this on Sunday. It's Sunday. Tuesday is my surgery. I got my bands and everything for the hospital, but yeah, it's on Tuesday, and right after I get out of the hospital, I'm gonna start ramping it up. I'm going to start juicing. I can't exercise right away. I think maybe 4 weeks or maybe 2 weeks. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna take it easy, because last time I actually had my hysterectomy, I pushed myself, and I thought I could go for a walk, and I think I was passed out. So we're gonna take it easy, but we're definitely going to fresh juices, vegetables, a lot of soups, because I want it to be my body to digest very quickly and push everything out, and a whole bunch of water. So with that being said, you guys, is the health system, I kind of went all over the place, but is the health system broken? Yes, it is, because I'm thoroughly disgusted in the amount of money that I have to pay. And one of the reasons why I have to pay so much is because basically, in a nutshell, I'm paying for other people's insurance or health care. I don't mind helping people. If you really truly know me, I don't mind helping people, but I do have an issue helping people that are lazy. And it's coming out of my paycheck, and I'm starting to really see it. And my solution, hi guys, and my solution basically is going to be get as healthy as possible, so I don't have to use the health system. And I mean, of course, if I'm in a car accident or if I get hurt or something like that, I will use it. But I want to get so healthy to where I don't have to. And you can see, look, you guys in the background, that's my son. Where's my dad? I pray he's not going to say something stupid. That's my dad in the back, you guys. You can see him right there, you guys. But I really pray that I don't have to use, not necessarily the health system, but like, you know what I'm talking about. I'll go in for checkups, no problem, but I want to be able, if I go into a checkup, I want the doctor to look at me and say, golly, Aisha, you're in the top whatever percentage. You don't even need help. Not health, excuse me. You don't even, you need nothing. You're looking good. Or better yet, maybe I should check out of the whole system as a whole and find a herbalist. That's what or someone that has beautiful healing hands to walk me along this journey that I'm about to take. So I'll leave it there, you guys. Am I disgusted? You can sound out down below. I don't care. See, I'm very strong with myself. So when people try to drag me, I'm a big girl, so it's going to take a lot for you to drag me. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But no, you sound off in the comments down below. And please don't get it confused when I say lazy people. Lazy people are lazy people. I'm not talking about people that are disabled, people that are really on assistance because they need assistance. If you are capable and you can work, then you need to work. And I said this in another video very recently. Back in the day, they used to say, there was this saying, literally, if you don't work, you don't eat. If you don't work, you don't eat. Now, do I want anybody to go hungry? No, because that'll start a whole bunch of other problems. But I think I'm at the point to where I'm kind of sick of paying for other people to be lazy and sit on their bottoms and not do anything. And I'll just keep it real. I love children, actually. I love children. But if you keep having child after child and you can't afford to have children, then, and I'm not telling anybody what to do, but I'm just being bold because you know what? I can, because this is my YouTube channel and I'm ranting and whatnot. Maybe you should stop having children. If you can't provide a good life for your children, you keep having multiple children, boom, 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 and you can't afford them, then maybe you should stop having children. Because here's the thing, coming not very soon, but with this administration, and you guys know I don't like to get political, Whether you like our president, you don't like our president, things are changing. And as things start to change, it's going to get harder and harder and harder. And once they start cutting out that assistance, okay? And I think I talked about this in my EBT video, you guys. Once they start cutting off that assistance, it's going to be harder and harder for certain people to live. And if you don't have any work, any skills, no hustle, no gumption, you don't like to get up and work, it's going to be harder for you. Not for me, because I'm a hustler. I work. I can start businesses. I know what to do. I know how to network. I know how to talk to people. I can get up and go to a 9 to 5 if I need to. I'm going to make a way. But the question is, are you going to be able to make a way if these systems start to get cut down? And that's what scares me as a person, because once they start cutting things, it's going to get rougher. And it's not just going to be rougher for them, it's going to be rougher for other people. I'll leave you guys with that. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to try to drag me in the comments down below. But I'm just saying, if you're lazy and if you get offended, oh, I can't believe she just said that. Well, if you're not lazy, I'm not talking to you. Okay, I'm not talking to you. But if you are lazy, yeah, I'm talking to you. Get off the system. I'm tired of it. And I'm looking at my paychecks and I'm looking at the bills that I have to pay when it comes to healthcare, and that it's outrageous. I'm just saying, it's outrageous. So with that being said, I want everybody to have a great day. Stay tuned. I have some more videos for you. Welcome to Sit Down Sundays. Bye, guys.